And good day, all of you. This is Jean Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, now going by name Beverage Ramble in chats. As I said, as I last spoke with you guys, I said I was going to do some changes to the channel. I was going to add some different things. So we'll talk about, pop culture and, some sports media stuff and whatnot, and maybe some social media stuff. All that's part of pop culture, but so where won't be just beer and wine that I discuss. So that's what this channel is. So today, let's sort of talk about daylight savings time. I don't know how some of you felt today on this day when you spring forward or fall backward. I think maybe for just that day, just trying to get your body and your mind together after that first day when it happens. I think for me, it's been that way. Like today, I was very sluggish and I was like, just wasn't myself. Plus, the weather didn't play a part in it because it was kind of crappy this morning. It was rainy and it was kind of a mess. And, I wanted to, just get under the covers and rest, and which I'm probably going to do in a little while. So, do that. But I don't know how some of y'all feel when we fall backwards or spring forward. Do y'all get that restless feeling? Do you get kind of, your body has to get adjusted maybe a day, a couple of days? Me, it takes a day. And I was just exhausted. Sunday, I just crashed in the bed. I got up and maybe went to go get some dinner, but I was just dead tired, and I just kind of crashed in the bedroom and just like, man, fuck this, And I'm probably gonna go to bed early tonight, so after tomorrow, I'll probably be, at my full strength. Now, second topic. I don't know about some of you, but I'm annoyed by Facebook because they need to do a better job policing some things that just comes on different people's timelines. Like today, there was, and I'm sure some of you have seen it, where they'll put posts of a death. Oh, breaking news, the death of this person, or, breaking news, this politician said, all these different things. And you have to verify, and which I always do, and whatnot. And it's from these different groups or news sites that are not legitimate, and I don't know what they are, but they're not legitimate. But Facebook need to do a better job because they have been posting. But then again, they posted. Well, why it got me riled, because today they posted something about Celine Dion, which I knew was not true, and I'm like, come on. If we know, I've ever gotten an alert on my phone or whatnot, but I knew it wasn't true, and they do this all the time. And even before social media, you would hear rumors of, oh yeah, there's a rumor of this death. Some of these cheap rag magazines, oh, he died, or, he's dead. Where are we getting this source from? Who's saying this? And now it's gotten worse with social media, Facebook and Instagram, and X, which I'm not on, thank goodness. That platform is, to me, X is more porn than anything, but that's just my view of it. X, Twitter, So I say Facebook needs to do a better job. Meta needs to do a better job in policing some of that stuff that they post, because a lot of people will buy into it, and sometimes it's just garbage that they posts and these fake pages, but whatever, Next topic, Stephen A. Smith. Getting $100 million. Is he worth it? Yeah, from ESPN. Yeah, I think he kind of is, because I think he has that pull with a lot of people. Him and Charles Barkley, with his knowledge of the NBA, but also talk about, they don't have to talk NBA, they can also talk politics and other stuff, and stuff that, affects me as a black man, or concerns me as a black man, I'm trying to think of another powerful person in sports media. I can't say his name because I don't think he has that pull, doesn't have a show anymore. But Stephen A. Smith does have it, because, you'll see him when it comes to breaking news, whether it be sports-related stuff, on anything, not just the NBA, but, you could talk NFL with him, you could talk college football, college basketball. He was talking the Four Nations, hockey thing recently, which was, a rousing success, and how successful that tournament was. And, and him talking hockey was kind of funny. But, just get his opinion on different things and what it means. He's that guy, so, and I don't think he was going anywhere. I don't think any other network was going to offer what they were going to offer. Maybe Fox Sports, but I kind of doubted they were going to offer him that kind of money. But, Barkley, I'm trying to think of somebody else. I can't put Tom Brady on that list because he just calls football games and part owner of the Raiders, which I think that he, at some point, that is going to have to be discussed at some point because he's an owner now, a part owner, but he says he still wants to do the Fox thing, calling games and what he's making. I just think it's a major conflict of interest. I mean, he can't be in some of the meetings with some of the coaches when he's doing these games, so he can only get information from whatever the analysts or that some of the other football people, maybe sports writers, you can get information from that cover the teams. But I don't know. But I would say him and Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley are probably the two more well-known media personalities, sports media personalities that people will go to when it comes to anything, what's going on, not just in sports. They could talk about different stuff, and which is kind of cool. So, yeah, he'll still be doing his show First Take. He'll still be on the NBA Countdown show, which is where he got his start as a writer, covering the league, covering the NBA for different newspapers. I took notice of him when he was writing for the Philadelphia Inquirer down in Philadelphia, up in Philadelphia. And he would make a guest appearance on CN8, the Comcast network, their nightly sports show, talking about not just the Sixers, but also talking all things NBA. And I think soon enough he became the national NBA correspondent for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Then he went on to do different things with CNN. He did one stint with ESPN, got let go doing a radio show, and he did a nightly talk show, which was not that good. Then left ESPN, got let go, went to Fox Sports Radio, did a nationally syndicated morning show, left, came back to ESPN, and this is where he is now. And became more popular when he did the First Take with Skip Bayless, who left to when Fox Sports 1 started. And Fox Sports had been, going back to maybe Fox Sports Net, have been trying to compete with ESPN forever, and they have just kind of given up the towel, and good thing they have. So now Skip is not doing any more of those shows any longer. Now he still does his podcast. Stephen A. Smith also does a podcast. Does the NBA show. So First Take now with him and a bunch of rotating guests that are with him. And sometimes we'll be on Get Up, the Mike Greenberg show. So we're doing a lot of things. He'll be there boxing. He'll be there covering NBA games, NFL, Super Bowls, this and that, giving his opinion on this. Whatever the hot topic of the day, they'll call on Stephen A. Smith to get his opinion on whatever that is. Maybe Olympic wrestling. Who knows? That'll be funny. That'll be interesting. The Winter Olympics. What are his thoughts on the figure skating competition, Stephen A.? What's your thoughts on that? But I mean, it's a good gig if you can get it. Also, Around the Horn, another topic I want to talk about. That was a show that, at first, I gave it a chance. It was an entertaining show, seeing all these different sports writers across the country giving their take on the latest news on whatever, NFL, baseball, all the latest sports news. But it was, unfortunately, came to victim of not being controversial, not being like a First Take or one of the Embrace Debate shows, the others that are out there, which I don't watch. And I did, when I would get off work, I would get off at a decent time, 4:30, and I would make it home and watch, Around the Horn. The first host was Max Kellerman, hosted the show. He worked at ESPN, doesn't work for ESPN any longer, but he was their boxing analyst, boxing guy. And then he hosted the show first in his first inception, and then left and went to Fox Sports to do a show similar to Around the Horn, but that show didn't last. And again, Fox Sports Net, whatever, failed attempt of trying to compete with ESPN. They just can't, so they couldn't do it. But FS1, even that show, they've tried. They can't compete. with, I mean, they got properties. I mean, they got basketball, they got a few other things, but they've tried to compete with ESPN. They haven't, and that has failed. So, but basketball, baseball, some soccer, so they have some properties, some of the properties that Fox has, NASCAR, they air on FS1, Fox Sports 1. But in terms of doing similar to what ESPN does day to day, or even a nightly sports talk show, nightly highlight show, they just don't have that cachet. So they do have some Embrace Debate shows, which are again, I don't watch any of them at all, because again, I'm at work every day, and but Around the Horn was a good show. Tony Reali took over as host, and sad to see it go. Really good guy, but I'm sure they're going to fill the hour, or that hour, maybe expand one of their other shows, whether it be NFL Live, whether their NBA show, or their hockey show, extend it to another hour or half hour or 90 minutes, whatever. I doubt they're going to move Pardon the Interruption, PTI, which follows it, which is the show hosted by Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon. I don't know. I doubt they're going to do an hour. They want to keep it 30 minutes because, that's Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser have earned that. Hey, we can do whatever the hell we want. 30 minutes is enough for us. We're not doing an hour. So there you go. Yeah, that's about it. So that's about it on sports. So I'll probably have something else tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, or tomorrow the next day. But this is the first ever conversation I'm having with you guys. I don't have a beer in my hand, but who knows. But anyway, so keep on watching. I'll be posting more stuff like this soon down the road. So live, laugh, and love, everybody. Cheers.